everyone, so this is the 10th session of the Advances in Food Analysis, and the topic we'll be covering today is overview of emission spectroscopy. Okay, so what is atomic emission spectroscopy? Atomic emission spectroscopy is a method of chemical analysis that uses the intensity of light emitted from a flame, plasma, arc or a spark at a particular wavelength to determine the quantity of an element in a sample. The wavelength of the atomic spectral line in the emission spectrum gives the intensity of the element, while the intensity of the emitted light is proportional to the number of atoms of the element. The sample may be excited by various methods. Atomic emission spectroscopy uses quantitative measurements of the optical emission from excited atoms to determine the analyte concentration. Analyte atoms in solutions are aspirated into the excited region where they are dissolvated, vaporized and atomized by the flame, discharge or plasma. These high temperature atomization sources provide sufficient energy to promote the atoms into high energy levels. The atoms decay back to lower levels by emitting light. Since the transitions are between the distinct atomic energy levels, the emission lines in the spectra are narrow. The spectra of multi-elemental samples can be very congested, and spectral separation of nearby atomic transitions require high resolution spectrometer. Since all atoms in a sample are excited simultaneously, they can be detected simultaneously, and a major advantage of AES compared to atomic absorption spectroscopy. Flame. A sample of a material is brought into the flame, sprayed solution or directly inserted into a flame by using a small wire or loop, usually platinum. The heat from the flame evaporates the solvent and breaks intermolecular bonds to create free atoms. The thermal energy also excites the atoms into excited electronic states and subsequently emit light when they return to the ground electronic state. Each element emits light at a characteristic wavelength, which is dispersed by a grating or a prism and detected by a spectrometer. Inductively coupled plasma. Inductively coupled plasma. Atomic emission spectroscopy uses inductively coupled plasma to produce excited atoms and ions that emit electromagnetic radiations at wavelength characteristic of a particular element. Advantage of inductively coupled plasma are excellent limit of detection and linear dynamic range, multi-element capability, low chemical interference and a stable reproducible signal. Disadvantages are spectral interferences, cost and operating expenses, and fact that samples typically must be in a liquid solution. Spark and arc. Spark or arc atomic emission spectroscopy is the analysis of metallic elements in a solid sample. For non-conductive material, the sample is ground with graphite powder to make it conductive. In traditional arc spectroscopy methods, a sample of the solid was commonly ground up and destroyed during analysis. An electric arc or spark is passed through the sample, heating it to a high temperature to excite the atoms within it. The excited analyte atoms emit light at characteristic wavelength that can be dispersed with a monochromator and detected. In the past, the spark or arc conditions were typically not well controlled. The analysis of the elements in the sample were qualitative. However, modern spark sources with controlled discharge can be considered quantitative. Both qualitative and quantitative spark analysis are widely used for the production quality control in foundry and metal casting. Inductively coupled plasma atomic emission spectroscopy. Inductively coupled atomic emission spectroscopy is an analytical technique for the determination of chemical elements. The source temperature is in the range of 6000 to 10,000 Kelvin. The intensity of emissions from various wavelengths of light are proportional to the concentration of the element within the sample. It is a type of emission spectroscopy that uses the inductively coupled plasma to produce excited atoms and ions that emit electromagnetic radiations at wavelength characteristics of a particular element. So this is the instrumentation. The excited atoms passes through an excitation source, through a lens, and then there is a wavelength selector or a monochromator, and then it detects the required wavelength and which is recorded. That's all for today's session. Thank you.